My current role today is a application maintenance leader. So we decided as a firm we needed to carve out centralized capacity to focus on maintenance activities. And this is a big problem. It's probably a big problem for most enterprise firms, right? We didn't realize how much technical debt we had until we brought CAST on board over 7 years ago. Our portfolio is quite large. So we're looking at close to 2,000 products, of which half of them are custom solutions that we built across a wide array of technical stacks. So .NET, Java, Mean, Mern, you name it, we probably have it. We have a technical strategy, but we are left with a lot of legacy applications that we still need to maintain, right? They still provide business value. And obviously, as Radu set the stage up, quite a bit of technical debt. CAST Highlight has given us the indication of where all that occurs. We had tried to manually solve some of these, but it's just a mountain you can't climb, right? It's not a scalable solution. We started this journey about 18 months ago in discussions with CAST, and we actually partnered up. CAST has been great working with us to attempt to solve this problem at scale. We'd explored AI. This is early stages AI for us. And we decided, look, we're going to attempt to leverage AI plus intelligence from CAST to tackle some of these issues, right? We tackled this. We created a workflow. The team goes in, finds the issues, they queue them up. An AI engine is basically notified that there's work to be done. We built out a prompt library that is very specific in what is the issue and how to address that issue and what is the technology being used, right? The more specific you can get, obviously, with these types of things, the better the results. So it pulls in the data it needs, and then CAST kicks in, right? And this, Radu kind of set the stage for me here. I don't need to explain this, but looking at the blast radius, right? It's very important to understand the context of where I'm making this change, how I'm making this change, so we have confidence that we're not breaking the application, right? So the combination of the prompts, the intelligence, that's fed into an LLM. It returns the fixed code. We initiate a pull request, and that pull request has the code changes with the fixes in there that are needed to address the technical debt. You know, it's been a journey for us, right? And will continue to be a journey. But yeah, the very skeptic on the first, it started out very manual, right? So even before the application was formed, this was done essentially through manual workflow and validating some of these things, validating what's coming out of the engines. The more confidence we got with the solution, the more we basically streamlined the automation. Yeah, so again, we started out in trial and error, right? And worked through a lot of different challenges, tweaked prompts, tweaked input. I'm happy to say, and this is not a fake number, right? These numbers are real deal production numbers that we have been tracking and producing. But of the issues that we address using this application, we have seen a 93% success rate. So what does that mean? It means that the change that the developer initiated all the way through the workflow, all the way to the pull request, was then accepted into the production application, merged in and made part of the application, and did exactly what it said it would do and solve the technical debt issue. So very happy about what we were able to achieve there. Again, efficiency gains, right? So instead of manually doing this, which we knew we could not scale to the amount of applications and technical debt, we did some comparisons between, manually addressing versus using the tool. We were seeing around 78% efficiency gains, right? So this allows our team members to focus on other maintenance activities and not just get buried under technical debt. And then 63% efficiency deficiencies resolved, right? It's a little tongue twister, but what does that mean, right? It just means that in the cast reported issues and vulnerabilities, we were seeing a reduction of close to 63%. So these are eye-opening numbers, right? We shared these with our leadership team. They were quite impressed. Obviously, I'll be honest, I didn't expect these numbers either coming in, but it does prove out, with the maturity of AI, with the use of software intelligence and CAS tooling, and being very surgical about the changes that we need to make. These were very, very acceptable and very highly efficient changes that we were doing. Right? This is AI is moving at an extremely fast pace. We did not have MCP servers, when we first started this. What we realized is we need to get this as close to the developer as possible. So we're doing two steps essentially. We're moving back to where the developer's naturally doing their work. So within the IDE, we're making like cast MCP servers available, right? You're going to see a great demo here in a little bit, but working on ensuring that that's part of the natural workflow versus doing context switching out to a different tool. Beyond that, we're actually looking at leveraging agents that are monitoring for these types of issues, right? Automatically pulling the work, doing the work, and staging that work so that we can, do this at a massive scale, right? So I'm very excited about where we're trying to take this. Obviously, 6 months from now, if we had this conversation, we probably will have another roadmap. but it's a very exciting journey, very interesting. But you do know, like I said, you got to realize how to leverage AI. There are some challenges with it, but the combination of us, with the tools that we have with AI, it is definitely proving to be quite valuable. Think big and act small, right? It's good to think about the bigger picture, but don't get stuck in over analysis paralysis, right? You've got to think about what you're trying to do long term and then act in small increments. We've seen a lot of success in that approach, right? So it's being able to prove out some concepts really quickly, or the concept fails, right? That's okay, but work in very small increments and build upon that to achieve what you're looking for.